Hello, this is Hiroshi Yamazoe. So far, I have been experimenting trial and error to improve our mental and physical health. And in this channel, I have made several videos to share with you some of the things I have noticed about how to improve the mental and physical health. And in this video, I will introduce two important new things which I recently realized about this matter. The first point is the importance of chatting with people with daily basis. That means not text chatting, but actual meetings or video calls where you can see each other and chat with each other in real time using their own voices. I have found that it is achievable to gain a sense of emotional stability by chatting with people on a daily basis. I will explain about that. I think most people take it for granted that they have a chat with someone every day. Therefore, I think it is difficult for them to realize the importance of chatting with others for mental stability. And in my case, I have experienced a long-term severe hikikomori state, and I have spent about 10 years since my teenage years without going to school, without socializing with anyone, including my family, and without talking to anyone. And around the age of 24, I got out of that state finally, returned to the society, and I got a job and became independent. But even after that, I had no friends, and at work, I had minimal conversations with my coworkers, and when I got home and on holidays, I spent most of my time alone. However, recently I have started talking to someone every day because I am now taking 1 to 2 hours of online English conversation lesson every day to improve my English. At that time, I have many different discussions and chats with people of various nationalities. At first, I was very nervous about this attempt, but gradually I got used to it and I found that no matter how much I was feeling down and unmotivated, the conversation helped to improve that state of mind every time. That improvement may be very mild, but it is certainly feelable. This was a very important realization for me. And I think I noticed this difference because people like me who have lived in isolation and without anyone to talk to for a long time started having conversations every day. I don't know if this applies to others, but if you are lonely and have no one to chat with daily, it might be a good idea to use the internet and find a way to chat in some form. Nowadays, if it is easy to find opportunities to chat with someone through online games, social networking sites, etc. The second point is to get lots of morning sun. I have talked about the importance of exposure to sunlight in my previous videos. This is because exposure to sunlight helps the human brain to produce a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin facilitates falling asleep, getting a deep sleep, improving the quality of sleep. Gaining a stable sleep cycle and good sleep quality is important for mental health. Insufficient sleep can cause bad temper and fatigue, and on the other hand, too much sleep can cause tiredness and difficulty falling asleep the next day. And in general, it is recommended to get about 8 hours of sleep every day. So melatonin, which promotes falling asleep and improving quality of sleep is useful for getting a better sleep habit. I have already mentioned these things in other videos, but what I have found this time is that exposure to morning sun is especially important. This seems to be scientifically proven. First of all, exposure to sunlight causes the brain to produce a neurotransmitter called serotonin. Serotonin has the effect of making people feel positive. So serotonin itself has the effect of improving mental health, and the serotonin changes to melatonin about 14 hours later. So 14 hours before going to bed, that is about 1 to 2 hours later after you wake up. If you get sufficient morning sun at that time, you will get the effects of melatonin at the time you go to bed. I did this for about a week as an experiment. I woke up in the morning and within 2 hours I went outside and did some walking. On the day when I didn't have the energy to go out in the morning, I opened all the curtains immediately after getting up in the morning to get lots of morning sun. Either way, I made sure to get lots of morning sun every day. And I have felt its effects. I feel nice and sleepy at night, and I used to have difficulty falling asleep. And in sometimes I could not sleep for about 2 to 3 hours after getting into bed. But now I can usually fall asleep within about an hour. So if anyone is having difficulty sleeping, I would suggest trying getting lots of morning sun. Unlike sleeping pills, it is not addictive and morning light has less UV rays, so there will not be much side effects. However, in the summer, sunlight may be too strong even in the morning, so in that case it may be better to limit the exposure in the early morning. And I will add one more thing that I have not said about sleep. That is that it is easier to fall asleep if you are physically tired to some degree. But if you are too tired, on the other hand, it becomes difficult to fall asleep. This is known generally, and I have experienced it for myself many times. So I think each person needs to find the appropriate amount of daily physical activity to get good sleep and a good sleep cycle. In any case, sleep has a very important role to our physical and mental health. So if you have trouble with sleep, I think it is certainly worthwhile to try to improve it. And if you have any good ideas for improving our sleeping habits, I would appreciate it if you could share them in the comment section. So in this time, I talked about 2 things I recently noticed to improve our mental health. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful to someone. I will continue to make various kinds of videos. If you are interested, please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.